man. I done got this together, man. Listen.
For sure. So, what can we expect from MS Who in the future?
Man, let's go. By any means necessary, Malcolm X. Okay. I have a lot of stuff planned. I want to, because MS Who is an attitude more than anything. That's why I have trouble like explaining it, because MS Who is just that attitude. It's a feeling. It's a boss up. It's a reminder. It's being savage. It's fighting. It's what I mean. It's victory. It's all of that. And I just want to share that with people. So I definitely want to, do more mentoring, if anything. So I have plans starting this summer, just in a couple weeks or two. Stay tuned. All the information.
For sure.
But
I'm going to be dropping that on my Instagram. So make sure y'all tap in.
Yes. Thank you. I'm going to... we have another lot across the street, like where we have Project Restore, and I'm going to start, you know how they have yoga in the park? I'm going to have yoga in the park, King's Live. So, I want to do that. I want to do, and I want to have, I want to have guest instructors, because I want to be the student. I don't know much about it. I've learned about it. I've tracked my workout, basically. This is kind of like how MS gained its buzz, because I started tracking my workout over, this year that I started, and I want to be the student, so I'm gonna have guest instructors come, and we're gonna hold a class in the parking lot. I have two locations. I want to do some at Base. Shout out to Yanni, my baby. She danced with Base, and my brother Wayne. Oh, it's his birthday today! Happy birthday, Joe! And man, let me tell you, when I tell you the help with my baby, man, my brother, he that boy. Listen, he doing it. I want to hold some classes there. I have another location I want to do, and I'm going to start the pop-up sessions again this summer. I'm doing free pop-ups, so you can just pop up, do workouts with me. I'm going to, introduce like my routines that are my, little phases I did of my own. So I'm going to do that. I do want to, and another thing, MS Who is kind of like an entity to the Who brand. That's the name of it. So that's really like my ultimate umbrella brand. And the reason why I did that is because it's not just about MS Who.
Right.
Lupus Who. Migraine Who. I don't care what it is. Cancer Who. Any of that. Like, this is for everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, it's just a who. Like, who is like that. You don't have to let that become you. MS had me. MS was handling me at one point. I had to handle it, and it happens to other. MS is like all of these diseases and illnesses out here. MS is on the bottom, of the totem pole. There's people dealing with things way worse than anything that I will ever, come across with MS. So, just like I want to fight and have victory over my illnesses, I want others to do the same. And I'm really big on mental health too. So I've been doing my little studying about that. So I'm working on something for that. If it ever becomes within my means and in my power, I always said that I was going to open up some type of facility in the heart of the city of Buffalo. And it was going to be like a recreation, center, but definitely mental health awareness, because it's very obvious that that's something that's lacking. That knowledge in our community is lacking, and because we can't identify it, a lot of us we deal with it, and sometimes it handles us, and we even lose people to this stuff. And maybe it could have been prevented if they knew, You know, when I was going through it, I remember sitting down two of my family members like, hey, I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong with me, and this ain't right, and I can't seem to get a grip on it, so I don't want my baby to witness this. I don't want to, you know, like, because if she sees, you know, when she sees me going through something, she goes through it too. I can see it. I can feel it, you know. And that was another thing, like, just knowing that, man, that just changed the whole aspect of it. But, you know, I didn't know what it was. So, therefore, I didn't reach out and try to get any help from wherever. I didn't try to, you know, I couldn't identify it to even do that. So I wanna do something to create awareness, because a lot of our babies are suffering from mental illnesses.
Yeah, that was my next question. What's the message to like your fans or like somebody that's going through MS, or like, I mean, like,
you that boy. You that boy. Like, don't forget, like, you, man, you that boy, you that girl, like, you got this. Let me remind you. Sure. Let me remind you that what they telling you about what's going to happen, that's in a textbook. That's usually in a textbook written by somebody who ain't never experienced what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? That's science. You know what I mean? That, whatever. I ain't knocking it. I'm not knocking doctors and nurses, because I got some dope doctor and nurse friends, like, trust me. But it's just, you got this. And when you don't have it, that's who. For sure. Is right here. Like, I can't, and don't get me wrong, I still go through it. I don't have it figured out. I'm just better than what I was before. I'm still working on myself, so I may not be able to give somebody my, you know, individual attention for, you know, 2-3 hours every day, because I'm trying to pick up this mess that MS did, the domino effect, I call it. But I will, you know what I mean, make sure I stay in touch. I will try to point you in the right direction. I will try to offer some kind of assistance to make it better. And then I've even coached people around people going through things. You know, somebody told me they're going through something, I'll hit up, you know, their best friend or something and be like, okay, listen, you gotta understand, because when you're going through that, you say things, you do things, you don't mean those things. You're just hurt, you're just confused, you're just going through something, and you start to lash out.
Right.
And because I didn't lash out, that was the thing. Everybody still seeing me with a smile on my face. They still seeing me joking and laughing, because guess what? I'm no actor, okay? I can't act, I can't do none of that. But one person that I know how to act like is myself. So when I went out the door, it was like, action. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to take my depression out on nobody else either. You know what I'm saying? But some people, it doesn't work like that for them. You know, fortunately, I had humor saved my life. I always say that. I joke about anything, sometimes inappropriate things, but I'm working on it. But, you know, it's okay. Like, that's just kind of like the thing. I just want to let people know, like, it's okay. And there is a chance. Right. And just because they tell you this happens to most people, and you don't have to claim that. Right. Don't claim that, because then now it becomes a state of mind. And in your mind, because that's what I did, I'm like, what am I going to do now? You know, like, how am I going to this, and I can't this, and I can't, it didn't even happen yet. And I was, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't even in no wheelchair, and I was already in a wheelchair. I had put myself mentally in a wheelchair. I was in jail. I might as well have been in jail, in a cell, in a hole, like, can't even get no rec time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened. And if you can get if you get some type of mental stability, you can fight through anything. You don't even really need no team, because you're that boy. Like, you him, like, you got this. Like, everybody do. Like, people, you know, I looked at it as a weakness. I was embarrassed. I was all of that. And the next thing you know, everything, I was on Facebook. I ain't care, you know. And the more I did that, the more people started to say little things like, no, sis, you got this. you could do this, and you could, because I did that, then I started getting that extra support, those reminders too at the same time. So I'm not saying you have to advertise what you're going through or nothing like that. I'm just saying that just remember that this is not the end of it. Sure. And I'm going to say this because I'm a realist. If it is the end of it, and the doctor say you're going to die in 3 days, and you are going to die in 3 days, rock out in them 3 days.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like, don't sit there, we out here, be lit. Because
sure.
life is just life. We all got to go. We all got to go different ways. Sometimes these things do take us out. Sometimes these things do put us in wheelchairs. And sometimes these things really do put you in bad positions. And when you get in that position, rock out. Like, don't forget to rock out. Don't forget who you are. Be the dopest person in that position. You can still do something. Like, okay, you can't go nowhere, you can't walk. Let me get you a laptop. You got a business idea? Boom, let's go.
Boom. That easy.
I'm with it. Like, come on, we rolling. I got you. You know, so it's like I'm you know, I just want to get that message out. That means so much to me, man. Sometimes words can just change it. You know, sometimes words, really, you know, and I try to get those words, and I'm getting better at it. Man, I'm with it. Like, I done made it a mission. You know what I mean? Almost, I really made it a mission to help with that. And I'm learning myself, because when I tell you, like, now I'm on, next week you'll call me like, I can't take it anymore. Oh, why? But you know, it's just a part of it. You don't have it. I don't have it completely figured out. But when it gets to a certain point, I have to remind myself. You know, and as soon as I do that, or somebody around me remind me, my baby, man, to her I'm a superhero. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she always there to remind me. And the reason why she's able to do that is because I communicate with her what's going on with me. So communicating with those around you that you trust can help a lot, because they can learn about what's going on with you. And then if it means something to them, they will do what they need to do to help, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. I've got out my bed a lot of times in the middle of the night. I've had a lot of long conversations in the middle of the night, because if I see something and somebody posts or something on Facebook, or you know, or whatever, and I don't want to be here, they say, oh, I got time. I got time. I got all the time where I don't care what I'm doing, I got time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm going to do whatever. I'm willing to do whatever. And I'm still working on myself. And I learned a lot from, you know, others that's going through things. You know, because it's like, sometimes you look at others, like I say, they go through things worse, and you see them fight, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I could do this. You know, they doing that. You know?
So what's your social media so they can follow you? Okay,
so my name on Facebook is Cadence Marie. It's Kai, D as in David, not the baby daddy, ENCE, Marie, MARIE. And I have an MS Food page, but I haven't really, I still got a lot of work to do with that. I'm hot. Am I sweating? Am I shining?
No.
Shining. I am shining.
You're shining.
I'm one of God's special children, like special, like little but special. But, you know, I got this.
For sure.
I just want people to know I got this. So we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do this.
Alright.
You know,
tell them to follow 716 TV.
Oh, 716 you lit. Like I'm not even comfortable in front of the camera. Like, I don't like taking pictures. Oh yeah, I did a photo shoot too, y'all. Y'all gotta stay tuned for that. But I'm not comfortable for the cameras. You know what I mean? None of that. I had a good time. I enjoyed this. I appreciate it.
For sure.
I really, really do. And we link now. We in business bed together. So whatever I'm doing, I'm about to be so annoying. Like today, I'm gonna be annoying on social media. I'm gonna post all day. Like, this really me. This is something. This is a real thing to me deep down.
For sure.
But man, 716, and you doing it. Like, I want to go check you out. Like, you really doing it. And you so quiet. Like, you come here, don't say nothing. Like, and I'm like, oh, you popping like that? You popping? And I'm sitting here pacing in the parking lot. Remember?
Yeah.
Like, I want to do an interview and how I'm going to go home and get the... I done call everybody like, I don't know what I want to get there. I want to be comfortable and I want to this. And here you come. Just kicking it with you.
Just kicking it.
I was fussing at you. But remember what I said. I'm not playing because I'll be looking for that stuff written down. I'm not playing. Don't ever stop the hustle. I don't care what the hell is going on. Don't never stop, even if it's just writing down something. Because you got it. Like,
sure.
I done checked you out. You got it.
Appreciate
you keep
that.
doing what you're doing. That hoodie, when it's warm enough. I mean, when it's cold enough. Because now, I had a heat stroke. Man, I'm going to be... But I got you. I appreciate what you did, though. Like,
thank you.